Hi friends, it's Jeannie from Create and Babble. Welcome to my live. If you are joining me while I'm live, please say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay, thanks for watching. Let me know that you've watched the replay by just typing in replay in the comments, just so I know that you were here. Today I'm going to be working on a layering project with Chalk Couture, and I'm going to be making quilt blocks. I don't know if anybody saw me last night, but I did mention I am going to be making quilt blocks with Liana with Chalk Couture products, believe it or not. I have made quilt blocks out of wood. I've made them out of fabric, of course, but today I'm going to make quilt blocks out of 8-inch square canvases and Chalk Couture. Some of these are going to be layered and some of them won't be. The products that I'm going to be using from Chalk Couture are going to be two different transfers. One of them is called, let me get the name right, Quilt Blocks, I think, is one. Patterns block, and I'll show you that in a second. And the other one, I just want to make sure that I get the name right, and I'll put links to these in the comments when we're done too. The other one's called Quilted Blocks. So these are two big transfers that come with 4 pieces each, and I've cut sections. I've started cutting them apart already. So here's the blocks, and here are the patterns that I have left. I've cut one out of each one because I was kind of playing around with one earlier today just to get an idea of what I wanted to do. So here's one of the patterns, and or the blocks, I'm sorry, and here's one of the patterns. So I love anything. Petal flowers is one of my favorite shapes. If anybody knows me, they know I just love anything with like 5, 8, 6. These are 8 petal flowers. I'm just nuts about like the daisy kind of design flower. So I am not sure that I'm going to be layering this particular block, but I will be doing another one that it is going to be layered. So just bear with me as we build these quilt blocks with Chalk Couture. Let me get started. And I've pulled out a few of my favorite colors to work with. So the first thing I'm going to do is the flower, because like I said, they're my favorite. You're sitting in a roller coaster stuck by a train. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to center this on my little canvas. And these canvases come in a pack of, I don't know, how many's in here? 5. I got these at Michael's because I got them because they're 8-inch squares, and I thought, oh, they're going to be perfect for this. I wish they were even a little smaller, but then I'm going to smooth this out and decide what color. I think I'm going to go with one of my favorites. This is the raspberry sorbet. This is one of my favorites of the new colors. So I'm going to put a layer. Give this a quick stir. And just dab some, I'm going to make sure I have this smoothed down good. And I do. Lay this down. Put some on here before I grab a squeegee. And then I'm going to start smoothing this out. Like I said, this one I don't think I'm going to layer, but the other ones I will. But I just wanted to show you how pretty this pattern is. So pretty. Hi, Debbie. Debbie, did you get the quilt blocks? Because I know you had said Mama would probably like these. So I'm going to do like a whole, I want to do 10 of them. I have 10 blocks that I want to make and put them all together and just put on this wall above my sewing machine because there's nothing there. And I thought that would be so pretty to make like a chalked quilt. Something different. I probably should have started lifting this at one end because you want to get this up before, no, we're good, before it has a chance to dry because it'll peel off your design. Okay, I think we're good. Look how pretty this is. And I'll lift it up so you can see it. I'm going to put this to the side. Isn't that pretty? Very pretty. So that's going to be one block, and it's not going to, this one's not going to be layered. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to put this to the side, and then I'm going to grab another one. Now this one is one we're going to layer. So I'm going to pick a different pattern, and there are 3 more. A wood grain. These are just like little, I don't know what you'd call these, like little, like, almost like crosses or plus signs. So that's like hash marks, I guess you would call them. And then small dots. I think I'm gonna do the small dots one first. So I'm gonna find my scissors. Here they are. Cut this one off. So my background color is going to go down first, and then I'm going to put a quilt block over it after it's dry. So this one needs a B on the back for back, but I'm going to label this one dots so that I know which square goes on which backing. I started doing that, and it really saves a lot of time when I have a workshop and there's a bunch of people here using a bunch of all of my transfers, and then we go to wash them and it's like, where's the backing for that one? So if I put the name of what it is, it just makes cleanup go a lot faster and smoother, and I'm not like looking for the backings like a crazy person. Since this is going on canvas, I don't think it's necessary to fuzz it, although this one's a little rough. I am just gonna teensy weensy fuzz it. Typically when you go on fabric you don't have to, but this one I'm going to just a little bit. All right, now I'm gonna lay this down and line this up. Get this centered. Can you guys see, or is this light causing too much of a? Let me know if you can see okay. Do I need more light on the subject or less? Can you see okay? This is a new setup for me. I'm trying different setups to see what works best. Are those wooden squares? No, they're canvas. I did make a wooden one. Oops, I'm leaning back to get it. I did make a wooden, this is 9.5 inch square, and then when I came up, I should have measured my quilt blocks first, and it's a little too big. So I'm gonna cut these down and maybe make wooden ones too. But then when I saw the price of the 8 inch square canvases at Michael's, and I had a coupon. But this is a lot faster and a lot easier to buy these square canvases. And they'll be easier to hang too because they're lighter. All right, now I gotta decide on colors. Now this one's gonna be layered, so you know what I'm thinking. When you're one thing to keep in mind, when you're layering chalk colors, I have learned that your bottom color should be a lighter than the color going over because it's harder to cover a bright dark color. Here's a good example of this. Like I was playing around earlier with the flower print with a block over top. And can you see, you can see the flower design through it. So it might have been better going the opposite way, I thought. And so I played around, and I just don't think that these two patterns go well together. And you can see the flower through that chalk paste color. So I thought, oh, I'm glad I played around with that first. So to get an idea. So I think, like, I love yellow and blue together. Excuse me while I turn around and get out a different, another color. I love this new color blue. It's called Forget Me Not, and I like it together with this. Okay, so let me look here. You know, quilts are colorful, and they've got, so I think, I'm not a color expert. I've talked about this before. I just go with what I like. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. We're just gonna go with it. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the light yellow dotted background. So it's like kind of like a dotted Swiss. Does anybody remember that? Dotted Swiss fabric? I kind of remember that. All right, so this one, wait, let me look at this one's called Buttermilk, and I'm not sure if this is still a valid in stock color or if we renamed it something else. But it's a pale yellow. So I'm gonna make sure that this is smooth. Whoops, it wrapped around the back. Oops. I'm going to smooth that down and get this out of the way. And get this first layer on. And while this is drying, we'll talk more about other stuff. But let's get this on. I'm going to grab a squeegee and smooth this over, covering up all of the open areas, which are silk screen of this transfer. This is a pretty yellow. It's real pale. Getting on a nice thin layer. Need a little bit more. I thought for sure my grandson would be up here helping me, but he's not. He's here for the weekend. But you know, he's getting older. He's 10, gonna be 11. Not so much into crafting with Nanny anymore, sadly. Sadly. Although he did say he wanted to make some stuff later. We'll see. Let's see if I can get him to help me. Okay, got that. Where's my paper towel? I don't know. I just got a touch. Oh, this is nice and pale. I like it. So there's my dotted Swiss, I'm going to call it. So I'm going to get this over off to the side. Get out a disinfecting wipe because I'm a mess. And we're going to let that dry before we put on the next layer. In the meantime, I want to ask you all, if whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay, if you could hit the share button right underneath, I would really appreciate that. And if you do that for me, if you will type in share, I will enter you into a weekly contest to win a prize from me. Once a week I'm going to do that, and then for the whole month I'm going to draw a winner also from everybody that shares. And then I am going to ask if anybody is not in my VIP group, if you would like to be a member there. Let me show you this. Can you see those dots? They're really hard to see. They're real pale. This is going to be pretty. I would love to have you in my VIP group. You're going to want to be in there because that's where all of the specials are offered and prizes and bundles that I put together at special prices. I can't advertise them here on my business page, but I do that in my VIP group. So if you would like to join my VIP group and you're not already a member and you're not a designer, you can join my VIP group, and I'll add you. Just type in the word add me, 2 words, add me, and I'll add you to my VIP group. And that's where you're going to find out about all kind of specials and stuff. While that is drying, I'm cleaning off my squeegee, and I'm going to close this up because I think we're done with this pretty color. Hi Melanie. Hi Corinne. Close this one up. And there is another thing I wanted to talk to you about quickly too. I don't have the graphic to put up here, but I do. Chalk Couture does have a relatively new subscription box service called Club Couture, and every month you get a B-size transfer, 3 chalk pastes sent to you every month for $19.99 a month, and that's free shipping. So that's an awesome deal. The transfers that you're going to get are exclusive to the club. You can't get them any other way. And the chalk colors that are chosen, they're going to be chosen by the artist who designed the transfer. So that's pretty awesome. If you would like more information on Club Couture, just type in club and I'll get you that information. That's pretty exciting too. And if you want to be my VIP group, again, if you sign up for that, especially because anybody that signs up is going to get a special thank you gift from me. So I can only do that if you're in my VIP group. Let's see if this is dry yet. I'm going to give this a little help with the dryer. Just a little craft dryer. It is drying pretty quick. The chalk paste, if anyone has never seen Chalk Couture before, like if you're new and you don't know anything about what I'm doing, I can explain while we're drying this. Chalk Couture is a pretty new company, been around a little, I guess about a year, I guess going on 2 years this summer, and they're pretty innovative. They've got a set of products that all work together, and they're transfers like I showed you, and chalk paste is what I'm using here. Chalk paste goes on a wet, dries hard, and doesn't smudge, but it is removable off of hard surfaces. Now I think it would be pretty difficult to remove off of a canvas board, so I would say hard surfaces it's removable from. It also works with Couture ink, and ink you would use on fabric. Let's see if I have something up here to show you. Oh, I do. Let me grab this. Tote bag. This is done with ink, and that's permanent. The ink is used with the transfers also, and I did both sides. And it's permanent, and you heat set it with an iron or an easy press or a heat press. So that's the ink. And then we have a line of surfaces too. All right, let's lay this down over since it's dry. This is the pattern I'm going to use. A block pattern. I'm going to smooth this down over. And I thought the forget-me-not blue would be pretty, working with the yellow. What do you think? And I'm thinking to myself, do I just want to do like the parts that are the star and then do these other blocks a different color? I don't know. Let's do them all blue. And if I don't like it, I can do another one a different time or a different color. I want a bag like that. Okay. You'll have to make it yourself. My daughter, she's watching. Okay, give this, I do like that bag too. Give this a stir. This is pretty good. It might be a little thick. I'm going to add a spray or two of water and give it a stir. Isn't that pretty though? Such a pretty color blue. Okay, and I'm going to dab. I still keep thinking, oh, I just want to do certain points of this star in the blue, but then I don't know what color I would use on the other one. I just don't know. I'm just going to do the points, and then I can fill in the rest afterwards. So I'm going to use a small squeegee. Let's just see. We'll play around. These canvas boards are like $1. So if it doesn't turn out, I'm not too worried. Okay, got that. At that point, I'm going to do this one. My hand's kind of in the way, I think. Okay, I'm going to lift this just to see if I got it all. Missed it right there, a little piece. How do I manage to get this all over my hands? I swear. I am the messiest chalker. One more point to this star. Maybe I should do them all. I don't know. Or should I do those a different color? I just don't know. I can't make up my mind. Why am I having such a hard time with this? Decisions. Does anybody have an opinion? Hey, you know what I almost forgot to mention? If any of my Canadian friends are watching, I wanted to let you know that we're going into Chalk Couture is going into Canada. So if you are interested in becoming a designer in Canada for Chalk Couture, just type in the comment Canada, and I'll send you more information about that. I've got a few people that have expressed interest, so if I could add you to the group, I'd love to. Where did those go? Now I'm going to decide I think I want to do all of it. I think I'm going to do all of it with the blue and see how it turns out. So I put that back down. And do the whole thing blue. I think that makes the most sense. where the points touch, it's hard to keep it a clean line also, so I think this is best. This bag. And hopefully this blue is dark enough that it's covering up those yellow dots, and it seems to be. I am putting on a little thicker than I probably normally would because I want them covered. And I'm lifting as I go because in case it starts to dry, it won't lift up what's already on there. Oh, I'm such a mess. I have chalk paste the whole way up this squeegee. How does that happen to me? Look at the mess I made. Oh my gosh. You would do 3 colors, Linda? Yeah. Well, I'm going to do 10 blocks in total, so I'll get my chance. There it is. That turned out better than I thought it would. Oh, look at my hands. I don't want to touch it. So I got all of this off. That is pretty, isn't it? Can you see the yellow dots? Or they need to be brighter yellow? Or is my lighting off? It's subtle. It's definitely subtle. But there's a layering 101 for you. That is how you layer. And you could, my quilt block wasn't exactly on there straight. But you get the idea. I've got 10 of them, so I can mess up. Should we do one more? Maybe we can do one like the opposite. Let's, how about these colors together would be pretty. And even like these 3. It'd be pretty. Let me close this up before I make more of a mess. My paste jars. I should have stock in disinfecting wipes. I go through them like crazy. We buy them at Costco because I just go through them like crazy. I don't want to touch anything till I got all this off. Okay, we're good. Keep them away. Should we do one more? Why not? Lily says she loves it and uses lots of pink. My granddaughter. Okay. Let's pick a different pattern. Let's do these. I'm not crazy about the wood grain for these pastel-y kind of colors that I am using. So I'm not going to use that one right now. I'm going to pick what I like, these like hashtag kind of marks. They're like plus signs. I don't know what they are. But let's use them. Is anybody? And we'll use a different block too. I should have put water in this pan. Oh, I know what I could do. put fuzz on this. It's probably not necessary, but why not? Oh, look what I did. Got it sticking to itself. That's how sticky these are. All right, I'm gonna center this one and see if I can do a better job. They're like little stars, like star. I wonder if I should use a different color. Like a gold. Does anybody care? Oh, I'm gonna grab something shimmery. How about a shimmer gold? Because these look like starlights. So that's what I'm gonna do. This has like a little bit of sparkle or shimmer to it. And since the pattern's so small, I'm not too worried about the darkness. Excess back. Ooh, that's pretty. Very pretty. Oh, I forgot to mark the back of that. I'll put stars. And let this dry. Also, one more thing you can comment about. If you're interested in hearing about becoming a designer like I am for Chalk Couture, I'd love to have you on my team. I'd love to give you some more information about that. If you are interested, I can put you in an opportunity group on Facebook that has a lot of information. There's no obligation, there's no pressure. You just read the information. If it sounds like something you might be interested in, I have some videos that you could watch, that kind of thing. So no pressure. If anybody's interested, just type in join and I'll send you the information. So put that, let's get this dry. Can you see these gold? Yeah, they show up pretty good. And we'll use a different black on this one. Which one? Which one should we use? There's 3 left. I'm thinking this one. And I'll use Linda's suggestion of using 3 colors. And I think that one will be the easiest to use 3 colors on. Look, I've got 2 blocks. I'll have 3 blocks to my quilt. Remember, the chalk paste goes on wet, dries hard. Once it's dried, it is not smudgeable. But it's not permanent. It can be washed off. It's dry. Okay, I think that's dry. So I'm gonna cut off. And what do I call this? Is kind of like an X design. So I'm gonna write just a big X on this one. So I know that's the back. So I can fuzz this a little bit. I'm going to be a little more careful with this one, see if I can get this one centered better than the last one. I think that's better. Now, okay, so I'll do these four. If I do it this way, I can see the squares. I can do these 4 squares, one color, and then each corner a different color. Does anybody agree, disagree? Anybody have an opinion about this? I'm waiting to see if anybody has an opinion. Does anybody have an opinion? Who's going to help me? I don't know if that's showing me all the comments or not. No, it's not. Okay. I guess I'm on my own. Gold. Should we do, how about, Melanie says pink. She likes lots of pink. She's such a girl. So, Melanie, let's do this cherry blossom pink. And I think I like that with the gold. So that's going to be one of the colors. That'll work. Okay. Good. It's a pretty color. That's really pretty. And we're going to do, I guess, the 4 blocks. See if I can find a smaller squeegee. No, I keep pulling out the same one. Okay. That's not helping. I'm putting this on a little thicker than I normally would too, just to cover those stars. One more block. Lift that and put it back down. Just in case it dries before I have a chance to lift it off. All right, now we have one more color. So we've got pink, a gold, This is the same as this, I think. No, that's different. I'm not sure I like that with that. I know. Currant Jam goes good with this cherry blossom. And it'll look pretty with the gold. And it's very similar to what's on there. So we'll go with this. So that's going to be this up here. Anybody want to take a peek? Ooh. Pretty. Pretty, pretty. We'll see. We'll see if we like this or not. I definitely didn't like the first two I did before I came on, like that I was playing around this afternoon on those white boards. Like, I don't like this at all. But that's what's so awesome about this chalking business, is that if you don't like it, you erase it and do it again. No problem. It's not paint. It's not permanent. Now, inking a design on a t-shirt or a pillow cover, that is permanent. You want to be sure you know what you want, but it's not the end of the world if you're not crazy about it. But this can be redone. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we moved the clocks this weekend. Oh, because I mean, I'm glad, because that to me is a sign that winter's ending and spring's on the way. But this weather, although I think Sunday's supposed to be in the 50s, so I'm pretty excited about that. I just want to get on outside and get on my bicycle. That's what I want to do. I miss it. Everybody's ready for spring. All right. Okay, are we ready? Ready for this reveal? Cool. You know what though? I don't know, maybe it'd be better with, I don't know, what do you all think? I think it's pretty. It's definitely pretty. Pretty, pretty. Look at it. That is so pretty. I love it. And the more I look at it, the more I like it. At first I was like, she does pink sky, but I like the three colors. You like it? Cool. I think it's very pretty. I can see a whole bunch of these. That is so pretty. The more I look at it, the more I like it. At first I'm like, no, I really like it. Linda, do you like it? I do like it. I'm definitely going to be playing around with this more. I'm going to do all 10. I bought 2 packs of 5 at Michael's today. So I have 10 of these. I am going to be playing around with these all weekend. Oh, seriously. Until I can ride my bike. And then, that is so cool. You guys, look at this. This is amazing. Look at me holding this thing. know where to put it. I need a sink in this office, in this craft room of mine. Got everything but the kitchen sink in this room. So there we go. There's this one. I just love this. And I left this plain. I didn't put a block over it because I just love this pattern. I just love these flowers. I think they're so pretty. I would do them in every color. And then we have this one. I love it. The more I look at these, the more I really like them. And we have this one. Linda, you like them? Good. Good. Really pretty. This is going to be so pretty. I can't wait. Oh, seriously. On that wall over there, you can't see it all because I have this tilted down. But let me go up here. See, I have that big blank because I switched these. I used to have these shelves over here and then this over there, but it wasn't working for me. So I switched them. So now I have this big blank area above the sewing machine. That's going to look so cool there. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to put the links to all of these, everything that I used in the comments. You'll be able to see them. So I am going to clean this up, get down and spend time with my grandson, and I will be back tomorrow. What is tomorrow? What am I going to do tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. It'll be a surprise. You know what? I might do a t-shirt. Or, yeah, I think I'm going to do t-shirts. And I have this little dress for my granddaughter to do. I don't know if Melanie's still watching, but Melanie, when is the bunny set available? The bunny set is going to be available this coming week, Linda. I'll let you know as soon as they said the week of the 11th. So I know a lot of people are, oh, those darn bunnies are so cute. I think I am going to do a bunny on something for my granddaughter. I don't know if it's a t-shirt or something because they're so cute. And I will let you know. All right, that's it. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. And it's time to go spend some time with my grandson. All right, you guys, thanks for spending some of your Friday night with me. And I'll see you all sometime tomorrow.